Eala expresses regret, gratitude after bowing out of Philippine Women's Open. Hometown favorite Eala was apologetic and hopeful after losing in her quarterfinal match against Camila Osorio in the WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open Thursday, January 29. Eala expressed her regret after succumbing to Colombia's Camila Osorio in the quarterfinals of the inaugural Philippine Women's Open Thursday, January 29. But the Filipina tennis sensation also looked on the brighter side of things. For the first time, the country is holding a WTA 125 event and she is participating in it, with the hope that this will help grow the love for the sport. Sayang, hindi pumesa sa level pero ang importante, nandito ako sa Manila, sa Pilipinas at nandito ang WTA, said Eala during the on-court interview. Enjoy the rest of the week. I hope you all get inspired and learn to love tennis. I love tennis so much, so I'm lucky to be able to share this experience and journey with all of you. Maraming salamat, she continued. Eala hits a backhand during the quarterfinals of the WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open. Photo, RM Chua/1 Sports. Eala, seated second in the competition, was booted out after struggling to find her rhythm against number 5 seed Osorio, who was setting the pace throughout the 1 hour and 30-minute match. Also read, Gleason Santamaria pair raves over hosting of Philippine Women's Open. In the opening set, Eala was caught on the back foot even despite taking her opening service game at love. Osorio held her own, stringing together back-to-back games to seize the 2-1 edge. Despite Eala's breaking Osorio right back and winning an extended service game to pull ahead, 3-2, she struggled against Osorio from there. Also read, Film Sabrina Santamaria eyeing PH Women's Open doubles plum in front of family. Osorio broke Eala's serve anew in the 7th game to take the 4-3 lead, which marked the beginning of the end for the world number 49 in the first set. After holding her serve to push Eala to the brink, 5-3, Osorio survived a great service game from the Filipina to take the opener, 6-4. Camila Osorio goes for a forehand during her quarterfinal match against Eala in the WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open. Photo, RM Chua/1 Sports. It was a similar story in the second set, with the world number 84 Osorio making her move at the tail end of the frame. Osorio, who ranked as high as number 33 in the world nearly 4 years ago, broke Eala in the 9th game for a 5-4 advantage. The Colombian wasted no time in posting a 40-15 lead against Eala in the next. Eala fought back, saving a set point, but she couldn't stop the inevitable as Osorio finished her off to claim a spot in the next round against Solana Sierra. Also read, Donna Vekic through to Philippine women's semifinals after clipping Lin Zhu. As for Eala, she heads to the Middle East next for the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, which begins this weekend. Eala is a wild card in the WTA 500 tournament. Luisa Morales is a sports writer with a special interest in promoting women's sports. Her coverage highlights include the UAP, PVL, Southeast Asian Games, and the FIBA World Cup. She also follows Eala, the Philippine women's national football team, and mixed martial arts. A home court story, Eala's reflection on loss, gratitude, and growth. In the heart of Manila, beneath the warm Philippine sun and in front of thousands of waving Filipino flags, Alexandra Eala, the golden daughter of Philippine tennis, stood at a crossroads where ambition meets reality. It was the quarterfinal of the WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open, an event that was as much a dream as it was a challenge. When the final ball sailed wide and she bowed out to Colombia's Camila Osorio, the scoreboard may have shown a loss, but the moment held far deeper meaning. The match that taught more than a scoreline. In a tightly contested match that ended 6-4, 6-4 in Osorio's favor, it was not the absence of effort that was the story, it was the persistence, pride, and poignancy with which Eala played. Despite serving well at the start and briefly grabbing the lead, the rhythm that had carried her earlier in the week did not fully synchronize on this day. Regardless, she fought with heart, sweat, and resolve, strengths that tennis players learn on the circuit but that resonate deeper when it's in front of your home crowd. After the match, when the microphone was placed in her hand and the flags still fluttered in the stands, Eala didn't hide her disappointment. With the trademark humility that has endeared her to fans both in the Philippines and abroad, she acknowledged that she didn't quite reach the level she wanted. There was a tiny honesty in her words, sayang, a Filipino expression that carries layers of wistfulness, as if both admitting loss and holding on to possibility in the same breath. Regret, but not disappointment. For most athletes, loss inevitably brings a moment of pause, sometimes a slide into frustration or self-doubt. But what is remarkable about Eala is how she blends introspection with gratitude. Instead of retreating into self-criticism, she chose to reflect, to see beyond the final score and recognize the larger tapestry of her journey. Her regret wasn't that she lost, it was the desire to give more to the crowd that cheered for her wildly at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. She wanted to reward their energy with a win. That's the essence of her regret. Yet in the same breath, her gratitude was palpable. She thanked the fans for inspiring a deeper love for tennis, saying she was lucky to share this experience with them, not just as a competitor, but as a fellow Filipino dreaming on the global stage. Her words weren't hollow platitudes, they were sincere expressions of connection. She was not just representing the Philippines, she was sharing her journey with them. More than a match, a turning point. To understand why this moment resonated so widely, it helps to remember Eala's trajectory over the past few years. At just 20 years old, she has already blazed trails uncommon for someone her age, from breaking into the world top 50 to making history at Grand Slams, and capturing titles that once seemed aspirational for Filipino tennis players. But this tournament was different, a first-of-its-kind WTA event held in the Philippines, giving local fans an up-close view of world-class tennis. No screens, no travel, just real, live tennis right in their capital city. For Eala, it wasn't only a tournament, it was a homecoming in the truest sense, her people, her culture, her colors. That emotional charge makes wins sweeter and losses heavier. This explains why she described the loss not simply as pain but as something akin to a double-edged sword. Playing at home brings overwhelming support, yes, but also carries a deeper yearning to perform for the crowd, not just with it. The power of perspective. What Eala demonstrated in her words, and in the way she carried herself post-match, is a key trait of champions, the ability to find meaning beyond victory. She wasn't claiming the loss was positive. She didn't sugarcoat it. But she refused to let it define her. She made room for reflection and room for appreciation. And in that space between win and loss, she found a lesson, growth.